Welcome learners to my KCSE revision channel. Teacher James Marita, Grigoris Boys High School. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell such that you get notified once I upload a new video. Today we are looking at KCSE Mathematics Revision trigonometric waves. So we are going to see the simplest method of solving any trigonometric wave. So I have the first wave, y is equals to 6 sine half x minus 90. So how do you get the amplitude? So in this case, you are supposed to find the amplitude, the period, and the phase angle. Phase angle sometimes is called shift. This one is called shift angle. This is the easiest questions ever in the world. So we have amplitude. Where do you get the amplitude? You find a number before the sign. So if we can have a formula here that y is equals to, y is equals to p, we talk of this one here, sine or cos or tan. In this case, we have px minus or plus, in this case, c. So how do you get the period? Period normally is equals to p is a. Then the amplitude, this is the amplitude. So we have amplitude is equals to that. Period is equals to, it is 360 divided by p, and then the phase angle stroke the shift angle, this one is equals to the constant c. So this is the simplest way of how you are supposed to find the period, to find the amplitude, and to get the phase or the shift angle of the wave. So very fast, y is equals to sine 60 half x minus 90. Amplitude is equals to 6. Period is equals to, it is 360 in this case. We divide by this one by a half, and this one is giving us 720 degrees. The first angle or the first angle or the shift angle, this one is equals to be 90 degrees. Question 2. We have the trigonometric wave. Y is equals to 2 cos 3x minus 45. So what did you have? Amplitude, we have 2. So this one is 2. Period, we have 3 over 60 divided by p. So we have 360 in this case. You divide it by 3. This one is giving us 120 degrees. Phase angle is equals to the 45. So you have this one as 45. Next we have the wave. Y is equals to 5 over 2 tan 4 theta plus 60. Amplitude. The amplitude we have A, in that case we have, this is 5 over 2. Period. Period we have, the period we have as 360, so we have 360, divide this one by 4. And this one is giving us 90 degrees. Phase angle or the shift angle, this one is equals to P 60. Next, y is equals to 2 sine 3 over 2x minus 30. So what do we have here? Amplitude. In this case, we pick 2. So the amplitude is equals to 2. Period. We have 360 divided this one by 3 all over 2. What is the answer in that case? This one is giving us 100 and 200. So we have this one as 200 and we have 240 degrees. Phase angle in that case is equals to what? Phase angle is equals to P 30 degrees. Now we have a question here. This is from KCSE 2022 March. So the question, the trigonometric wave the equation of a trigonometric wave is y is equals to 4 sine ax minus ax, in this case minus 90. So what is here? We are supposed to determine the value of a. Value of a here represents the period. And how do you get the period? The period is 360. So we have this one as period is 360. You divide by a, and the period we have been given. The wave has a period of 180. So we have, this is 180. Both sides by a. So we have 360, which is equals to P, 180 A. So you divide both by 180. So this is 180. So A in this case is equals to 2. We proceed. We have, that is how the simplest way that you can get a free marks in any trigonometric waves. Just use the formula y is equals to PA sine px plus c. Amplitude is equals to A. Period, it is 360, you divide by the coefficient of x. The phase angle or the shift angle is the constant c. So we have another one here. Find the values of theta between 0 degrees and 360 that satisfies the equation, which is sine 2 theta is equals to 0.5. So what do we have here? So we have this one as the range. We have been given that range 0 degrees to this is theta. This ranging between 0 degrees and 360. Check it out there. What we have been given here, it is 2 theta. So if it is 2 theta, our range is going to change. So how does it change? So you can have this one as 0 degrees. Then we have a range of, in this case, we have 2 theta in this case. Then we have 360. When theta is equals to 0, 2 times 0 is equals to 0. So this one will be equivalent to 2 is equals to 0 is equals to 0 degrees. So we have it like that. When theta is 360, so we take 2 times 360, so that one is giving us 700. We have this 720. So this one is giving us 720. So our range now changes from 0 to 350 to 0 to 720. Now let us solve the problem. So we have this is a sine. So we have sine, in this case, 2 theta, which is equals to P minus 0.5. So since it is the sin we have, we find the sin inverse in both sides. So if you find the sin inverse in both sides, we are not going now to have the sin here. So we remain here with the 2 theta. So we remain with the 2 theta, this one here, is equals to the sine of 0.5. Leave the negative first, just deal with 0.5. So if you find the sine inverse, so you have this one as the sine inverse of 0.5. And that one is giving us 30 degrees. So the whole thing here, we can translate this one to that 2 theta in this case is equals to P, is equals to P 30 degrees. Now, the next step, it is by use of the unit circle, a very important part. So if you cannot use a unit circle, you cannot score the correct solution. So use the unit circle here. That is when you will get the correct solution of theta. So let us have our unit circle. So our unit circle is here. That is it. So we have this unit circle. Can have this unit circle. It is divided into 4 parts, 4 equal parts. So we have it like that. And then we have it like that. So that is our unit circle, and the direction is anti-clockwise. So we are just moving this direction anti-clockwise. Now, that in the first quadrant, all the trigonometric equations are positive. All of them, sine, cosine, tangent, all of them, they are positive. So you can have all of them here. In the second quadrant, only the sign. The sign is positive. In the third quadrant, the tangent is positive. On the fourth quadrant, the cosine is positive. So I left this negative. This here, now we are going to use that negative. So this, we have negative 0.5. And then we have this one here, it is the sign. Now, where is sign being a negative? But before that, another very important thing that you are supposed to note about this unit circle is this one. That in the first quadrant, we have only theta. So we have theta in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, we have, this is 180 degrees, in this case minus theta. So in the third quadrant, we have, this is 180. So this is 180 in this case plus theta. Then the fourth quadrant, we have, this is 360. So we have, this is 360 minus theta. Very important part. So we have the first quadrant where we have theta. Second, we have 180 minus theta. Then we have 180 plus theta. The last one, we have 360 minus theta. Let us now back to our solution. We have now negative 0.5. And this one is a sign. So where is sign being a negative? So where can we find that our solution? So all of them here, they are positive. So it cannot be found in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, it's only the sign which is positive. So if it is positive, and here we're talking about a negative, therefore we cannot find in the second quadrant. The tangent is positive, meaning cosine and sine are negative. So our first solution, we have it on the third quadrant. So our third quadrant here, this is where we have our first solution. We have our first solution here. So we have, this is 30 degrees. And again, in this one here, we have the cosine is positive, meaning the tangent and the sine is negative. So another solution we found on the fourth quadrant. So we have another solution here. So this is where we have our solution. So we have, this one is 30 degrees. Now, after identifying now where our sign is negative in this quadrant, now we proceed with our problem. We have now 2 theta. This one is 2 theta. 2 theta in this case is equals to. Where do we find our first solution? Our first solution, we find it on the third quadrant. So on the third quadrant here, what do we have? It is 180 plus theta. And what is our theta in this case? Our theta is 30 degrees. So you take 180 plus 30. This one is giving us the first solution of 210. So this one is giving us 210 from that quadrant. Again, we find it here in the fourth quadrant. So what do we have? This one is 360 minus theta. What is our theta in this case is 30 degrees. So we take 360 minus 30. So the next solution we have, this one is 300, and we have this one as 330 degrees. So we proceed. So we have 210, we have 330. Next, we have our range. Our range changes from 0 to 360 to 0 to 720. So it means now we need to move again. So if we can move one complete circle, if we move another complete 360, we find now we have 210 plus 360. So we take the first one when we move a complete circle of 360 plus 210. Remember, our range is from 0 to 720. So you take the first one, this one here, you plus 360. So we have another solution as 570. 570, still we are not, this one it is not within the range. We have 720. So we move another complete circle of 360, we come here. So we get 360 plus 330, and this one is giving us now that 690. Very nice. Now from here we have 2 theta is equals to 210, 330, 700, 570, and then we have 690. If you divide it by 2, we can have the solutions for theta. So if you divide it by 2, we have our theta is equals to the first one. 210 divided by 2 is giving us, so we have our first solution as 105 degrees. We have 360 degrees divided by 2. This one is giving us 165. So we have this 165. Then we have 570 divided by 2 is giving us 285. So this one we have, this is 285 degrees. Then lastly we have 690 divided by 2 is giving us 345. So we have, this is 345. And those are the solutions for theta. So here, make the use of a unit circle. Check if the range will change. If the range will change. So for instance, here we have been given 5 theta. Kama tumepata hapa 5 theta. So you multiply this one by 5, that one by 5. So our range now it is 2 theta. So you take 0 degrees times 2, 360 degrees times 2, then you will have a new range. A new range now we have, the first one we have 210. The second one now we have 330. This is where we have our solution on the unit circle. But our range is 300, our range is between 0 degrees and 720. So we can now move the third complete, so we can move in the another complete circle of 360. We come to here. So you take 360 plus 210. Then we have the second one, the fourth one, we have 330 plus 360. So we have 570, 690, and all of this one here will give us solutions for theta. We have come to the end of our discussion today. Don't forget to subscribe, watch, and share. Thank you.